Hello everyone, and welcome back to the next round of the Unimaginary Theater, a Genshin tournament hosted by Furu on his server, Furu's Teapot. To recap the rules, every 2 days starting from the Abyss reset, we have a ban period followed by a submission period. During a ban period, both players participating in the tournament and non-participants in Furu's server will be able to vote up to 3 characters to ban from subsequent runs, excluding the Traveler. After 12 hours, the votes are tallied, and the 6 most voted characters will be banned for the remainder of the tournament. If multiple characters tie for the top 6 positions for these votes, they will all be banned. Participants for this Unimaginary Theater then have 36 hours to submit a run showing a clear on Chamber 1 of Floor 12. For the first Spiral Abyss of version 5.4. Across the 2 teams used, the sum of 5-star weapons and the refinements cannot exceed 3. However, unlike weapons, there are no limits on character constellations, and if a participant's submission from the previous round doesn't use any newly banned characters, they can choose not to resubmit a run for the current round. Points are awarded for how quickly the chamber was finished, based on the in-game timer. On the screen are the point values a participant can receive for their run, with the highest being 65 points for a clear under 60 seconds, all the way down to 10 points for a clear under 500 seconds. Each round also has a progressively increasing multiplier to match the difficulty of clearing the chamber with a continuously dwindling pool of characters to choose from. These rules were created to promote both horizontal and vertical investment, to level the playing field as much as possible between different accounts. To advance to the next round, players need to submit a 2-star run for the current round. Those who are unable to can no longer participate in the remainder of the tournament. And that just about sums up the rules for this Unimaginary Theater. Now, let's take a look at the scores and character usage rates from the last round. Hello everyone, and welcome to round 9 of the Unimaginary Theater. I'm Saffron, and with me today is TarZ.
Hello.
And no one else, it's just me and TarZ.
Just us two.
So, round 8 sure was one of the rounds of all time. We truly are in the endgame now.
Everyone is using very similar archetypes of comps for the first half, between a mix of physical, aggravate, and taser, basically.
And then in the second half, you have a mix of all sorts still. I mean, you got aggravate, you got hyper bloom, got some overload, melt, geo teams here and there sprinkled all over the place. And like TarZ said, it's mostly just taser, aggravate, a bit of animo cheese.
And looking at below the top 10 runs, it's pretty similar stuff, although we see with Wi-Fi Sucks, they put a physical team on the second half, which is a bold plan, right, considering 5 Ruin Guards, or sorry, not 5 Ruin Guards, 3 Ruin Guards and 2 Ruin Graders are on that side, which have slightly increased physical resistance, not too much.
Nah, they'd win. But also, we are down to 13 players.
Right.
And it's only gonna get even more tough this round.
So looking at what was most used in this current round, we can see Electra was very prioritized, with the top 3 most used characters being Beidou, Lisa, and Auroron.
Beidou's a surprise. The rest isn't, though.
Is it? I mean, because first half really facilitates the use of Beidou, right? Especially with her, I believe it is C2, because it allows for multiple Electro arcs.
I didn't really see much of Beidou in, like, the top run, like the more top end of runs.
That's true.
It was more like Auroron and Lisa and stuff like that. But I do understand why she was so often used.
I think in the case of the top runs, when you're looking at, say, like top 3, right? I believe 2 of them were physical, and in the physical comps, pretty sure Lisa is better than Beidou with regards to just facilitating damage. because the bulk of your damage is mainly locked in Eula and her burst. So getting the Death Shred from Lisa's burst is much more valuable than, say, using Beto.
I would say, from my experience, using Dory in a physical team at this point in the tournament is a good option because she doesn't apply as much Electro, but she applies Electro. That's the important thing. She doesn't apply as much though, so you can apply Cryo and get the Cryo Resonance a lot easier, which is important if you're running Eula and your Eula has 85% crit rate. You need that Cryo app to guarantee a crit.
That's true. If it's not 100%, it's 50%.
That's what I'm saying. Also, rip to seeing Rosaria, Kaya, Shenhe, and Ayato there, still on that graph.
They're just vibing.
They're just chilling.
They may have been banned, but you know, they're still in here in our hearts. They're there.
Blood think they part of the team.
Now we can move on to BANS. Oh
God, it's a massacre.
Oh boy. So you know the top 3 Electro characters I was talking about? They are gone. They have been left the building. They are gone.
It is so over.
This time it's only 8 characters banned this time, not the 11 that round 8 saw. So it could have been worse.
Gonna be honest, none of these bans surprised me. Like every single ban here makes sense because you got the Electro players. The Electro players / Hyper Bloom options. You have the only Hydro character left. We don't talk about Hydro Traveler. We have Sayu. We have one of the last few on-field carries with Eula, Diluc, and Sino.
What is a bit interesting in terms of bans is that I'm pretty sure Yanfei is still available. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but like Yanfei compared to Diluc, if you're talking about like a C6 Yanfei, I think the damage is pretty comparable, right? So it is, I think this might be one of those cases where people banned the character they were least likely to use themselves and saved a DPS that they could actually use in the upcoming round.
I feel like, yeah, you do have a point. Wouldn't surprise me if the players remaining and the players engaged with the tournament have a Diluc leveled and not a Yanfei.
Yeah.
To be fair though, Diluc is easier to melt with compared to Yanfei, because Yanfei does like an additional bit of pyro up when you do a charge attack, doesn't she?
If you crit, yes.
So just run Kokomi gear. Got
it. Basically.
I think we've covered everything in terms of the bans.
Yep. So looking at a more representative version of our bans, as you said earlier, Hydro has left the building. There is no more water to be found in this desert. It is over.
Sorry, I drank it all.
Oh my god.
Glug, glug,
glug. Glug.
But don't worry, we still have Aloy.
Cryo is not escaping the allegations of being one of the weakest elements in this game. Neither is Geo, to be honest, either. But like, why are there 7 Cryo characters left?
Don't worry, Dia, the goat, she'll come in clutch, surely. Oh boy.
It's gonna be an experience. We do have some reasonable-ish supports. I say reasonable-ish because they're obviously weaker than their other counterparts. Kujosara is still here as an attack buffer, and we also have Regina here for Scroll. I think she's the only available Scroll user outside of Pyro MC.
She's the only not long character left. Surely Have will finally
be used.
Surely. Oh, this is just so depressing to look at.
It's pretty bad. It's only gonna get worse from here. Cryo can be the sacrifice. Just ban all the Cryo characters, honestly.
I'd say in like the next or maybe even the last round, people might pivot towards banning the worst characters instead of the better ones.
Right.
Since the pool is so low, why not just do that?
Get rid of all of them.
It's an option.
Be gone.
We'll have to see how things play out in the next few rounds.
Yep.
If there even are any at this point.
There are any, yeah.
Shall we have a look at the top handful of runs?
Yes. So our first run with the Ascent, we've got a Aggravate comp in the first half here.
So it begins. The Animo cheese.
We already saw some Animo cheese in previous rounds, but it was in more combination with Jean at the same time, using a double fall damage tech with Jean's sack, and then in combination with Animo MC Tornado. Here it's mostly aggravate damage, aggravated swirls.
But we also have Animo Traveler on Sack Sword, so that they can keep the Aramites in check as much as possible.
Right.
And also get more swirl damage, etc., etc. Because it's the only tool left now, pretty much.
Yep.
Everything else is banned. There's nothing else left.
There is not much else left. Oh. Priority on Animo MC, going hard.
Bit of fall damage as well. Carrara pretty helpful here, not just because of their sporadic Dendra application, but also she offers shielding, which definitely helps against the Zeramites.
Right.
And their 50 bajillion attacks. Here we have Ningguang. You have Dia, Pyro application, China for scroll, I assume, and Yanfei as a shield support.
I don't know what weapon they're using with Yanfei here. I'm a bit curious because I would think that. Oh, is that? It might be Starcaller actually. Given the animation symbol above Yunfei's head. I'm surprised throwing Tails wasn't a consideration or wasn't used because I feel like Ningguang is doing a good amount of damage here relative to the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's Starcaller. I just saw Yanfei using it.
Yeah.
It can be a decent-ish alternative if you have it. And it definitely makes your rotations a lot less cringe.
Oh, that's right. It's because the shield generation, huh, with Yanfei. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that
and
makes
also
sense.
the crystallized.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. It's just Yanfei's own shield that counts towards the passive.
Yeah, it's just her burst from C4 access. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. I take back what I said. Formally corrected.
That's also Dia on Sec Greatsword as well.
Oh, we got booking in the books. People went down to the library for this round again.
Call me the library the way I'm fully booked. I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Booked? We're all checked out. What do you mean? We're all fully checked out. Ningguang damage goes crazy though. Like in a more support invested team, like I'm doing a lot of damage. Anyway, he's in the 265 seconds. We have Hitol with a burning setup on the first half instead of an aggravate one.
Clearly, they don't own an air fryer. Oh my god, the Dia burst goes hard.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like an actual DPS Dia?
Seems likely, but I cannot tell the weapon outright.
No, that has to be DPS Dia. They're running Pyro Traveler.
They're running Pyro MC for Scroll, yeah.
This is DPS Dia.
DPS Dia, let's
Oh
go.
my god. It only took 9 rounds, but we're finally seeing some DPS Dia action. To be fair, if she was C6, this potentially would be really, really strong.
Yeah,
at this point in the tournament.
it's true.
It seems fairly, I mean, it's slow, but it is somewhat consistent. Oh.
Oh, oh no.
Oh, they got frozen mid-burst. Oh. It's fine because the Ermite's one was dead anyway.
Yeah.
And on average, they seem to need 2 rotations to dispatch a wave of Ermites.
Right. The Lynette burst attering them is mainly good, mainly value.
It's definitely impressive how they're able to essentially burst off cooldown with Dia.
Yeah.
It's just online when it matters.
Yep.
Although I will say that was not the quickest first half, but hey, at least we got to see some Dia.
Right.
We have another Ningguang,
right.
but with double Electro. And
makes sense. I mean, Kudrasara is the only like dedicated attack buffer support left at this point.
Yeah. Plus, she can hold Elegy if you have it in your account, and I think that's what they're running here too.
Yep. I think a majority. Oh no, that's Skyward Harp. I think
that's Harp. Yeah, that's Harp. What are we harping on about?
Harping the harp.
Let's not forget, Sarah, although not an on-fielder, is dishing out a fair amount of damage herself here too.
Right.
I mean, it's not much, but it's honest work.
It's better than nothing at this point. We're working with a box of scraps. Any damage is good damage.
Yeah. This is pretty clean, though.
Yep.
The second half. I'm pretty sure if they ran Animo Cheese instead of DPS Dia, they probably could have shaved a good 30 seconds off of their player time.
You could arguably, do both at the same time, though. Like, you could be doing DPS Dia, but focusing on also getting fall damage times as well.
I guess they just really wanted to, you know, give proper DPS Dia a spin.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, right? It's like, it's pretty hard to do consistent fall damage checks with NMOMC as well. And then also making that consistent is just too much to ask.
Yeah. 249 seconds.
Yep.
I believe the time bracket is 200 to 250 seconds, right?
Right. So they make the point bracket. Another burning setup
we have
here.
Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, Hazel.
Hazel.
The GOAT returns once again.
And they are just gone. Okay. Very clean gameplay.
Are you sure?
It's very burning gameplay.
Sure is a lot of numbers.
Yep.
Who are frying their air right now?
The air fryer. And first half done in, what is it, 85 seconds or so?
Under a minute and a half. And then we have Triple Geo with Sarah.
Yep. This time actually on LG.
Yeah.
I feel like LG in combination with Polar Stars is probably the two most owned 5-star weapons on T-Plot overall.
It's a shame Polar Star hasn't aged as well.
Yeah.
So many sets and effects give crit rate, and it's like Polar Star would technically be better for a lot of characters, but then you just have too much crit rate.
Overcap to hell.
When are we gonna get our crit damage artifact sets and our crit damage supports?
It is a good question, especially considering pretty much all the sets that give crit have been mainly focused on crit rate.
Yeah, it would make a nice change to have some crit damage stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I felt that. I really felt that when they accidentally hopped onto Kachina and then hopped off again.
Right.
I absolutely detest it when she does that. It's like I'm trying to switch my character, but then the game's like, oh, you want to switch your characters? Well, too bad. You're jumping on Turbo Twirly, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and it's very weird too because like you'll hit Tappy, but then the game will just recognize it as a holdy and just ruin rotation time. Dude, oh my god, the booking Pro Max.
What are you doing?
The booking Pro Max. What the hell?
Did they try and do that to make the Ruin God not do that one move where he goes airborne?
Maybe.
Really? And it just anyway. I don't know what the purpose of that was. I'm just getting flashbacks to that one infamous clip of someone booking like 50 gajillion times before the Magu Genki spawns.
That ended with a 249-second run, and now we have Chica again with a burning setup. I think we're seeing a trend here.
What do you mean? This is a completely different team because this is Lanyan instead of Hazel.
Ah, yes.
Oh, of course. I mean, oh, how silly of us.
Oh man.
It's not like it plays exactly the same or anything.
Totally not. Man, I can't believe it. These people using Yao Yao instead of Kave as the Dendro applicator SMH. Oh my god, imagine. Kave.
Ooh, that fall damage though.
That was good. Oh yeah. Oh, the stagger. Oh.
The stagger and the electric charge stagger.
Yeah.
Double whammy.
Double wham.
That's it. That's a few seconds right there.
Aeromites are just honestly some of the most frustrating enemies to fight in this game. It's like one second they're like a ragdoll and get knocked around everywhere, and then the other second they're like, I am death incarnate, destroyer of worlds, and they just proceed to just reaction all over you.
When are we gonna get 3 consecrated beasts at once?
Don't Not like this. Not like this. Not the foreshadowing. It's like
I bet
2 years later.
Mihoyo will watch this video and be like, write that down! Write that down!
Write that down. And the classic Ningguang Kachina setup with Kujosara as a buffer, but this time we have Layla. I think this is because of Layla's C4, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it really not big of a deal?
Any damage is good damage at this point, and I mean, if you don't need to run Dory, I would imagine Layla's damage contribution is better than Dory, right?
Don't know, to be honest. I feel like most people will probably just use Layla here as a tenacity bot.
That's also true.
Tenacity bot and a bit of shielding.
Yes.
You want to just be able to fire away your pebbles in peace. Electrifying cold pebble.
Stone bullets. One annoying thing about Ningguang's gameplay is that you have to constantly reposition because you have to walk through her Jade screen to get geo buffs. And it's just like
We don't have to do it as often as we're seeing in the gameplay, but it's just instinct. You want to walk through the wall and refresh the that buff as much as you can.
Right. And in less than 200 seconds.
Yep.
We've made it to the next point bracket. Now we have Furu with... Wow, and no Animo MC, but we do have Hazel and Longyan. It's the Animo users of choice.
The return of my goat. Okay, you can stop using Lanyan now. There we go, there he is.
It's all burning. Always has been.
Okay, this is clean.
Yeah. Oh.
They are just out staggering the Eremites with double Animo.
Yeah.
And just burning them to death as well. So no Animo MC cheese, but they are cheesing the Eremites around, albeit from a different angle.
Right.
I'm more curious what the hell they've cooked up for the second half. Also, can we just say how they're doing this on their phones still?
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
What is this? Is this aggravate?
This is an aggravate, I'm pretty sure. Dory is the DPS. Ain't no way.
Don't do this to us.
It's Dory normal attacks.
Oh my god.
Truly, the comp of all time.
This truly was our Genshin impact. Oh my god, bro. No way, bro.
The Cacao voice cosplay. Nah.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Same difference. I'm gonna call them Cacao, I don't care.
Do you even hear yourself, bro?
My god.
I think we're just going insane as we just...
As we see almost the same comp being used in the first half every run, yeah, maybe.
Everyone taking 50 years to deal with every single wave.
Also that too.
And it's only gonna get worse.
I mean, technically it's getting better, right? Because the times are getting faster. Well, yes, it'll get worse
Okay,
per round.
the next round though, come on.
Next round, it's gonna be pretty, lengthy. If there is a next round, even.
We're truly going insane.
Indeed.
Also the Sack Sword Dendro Traveler.
Yep.
Makes me wonder if they decided to switch to a more DPS getup with Dendro Traveler. Could they have gotten a sub 3 minute? It's not important because of the time brackets, but you know. Either way, it's another sub 200 from Furu. And in third place, we have Johan. Johan, what's happening to you, buddy?
No longer first. Dethroned. Okay, so they're focusing more on Lynette normal attacks. I see Mist Splitter equipped onto Lynette, so we have DPS Lynette here. Just destroying Eremites.
I feel like Lynette is mostly there to finish them off. To minimize any chances of the Eremites doing some dumb crap. As they always do.
That's fair, yeah.
I can't risk that. And if we have a Mist Splitter Lynette finishing them off, then, you know.
Yeah.
Did they seriously just do this in just over a minute?
Yep.
That is mind-boggling.
66 seconds.
That was fast. That was faster than Turtles. That was already pretty quick. But now we have the slow, glacial ascent to finishing the second half with Ningguang.
Ruin Guard. Ruin Guard pay.
They're here to ruin the fun.
More like ruin everyone's time schedule. Fail a run? Yeah, you gotta spend 2 minutes in Ruin Guard waiting hell. Good luck. Have fun.
Took them a minute to clear the first 2 enemies here.
Yeah.
So it should be a sub 200 at the very least. I mean, of course it is, because they're faster than Furu and
Furu, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Question is, how much quicker? Will it be a significant margin, or will it just be like a few seconds quicker?
Given the current timing, likely a few seconds quicker.
Yeah. Everything has been banned that Yuan can take advantage of, so that now they're in the slums, the backwaters with the rest of us plebs, and our free-to-play damage.
Free to play. I've seen your Amber artifacts. That is not necessarily free to play.
Wow, that's just some humble artifact luck. There's nothing.
Yeah.
What, like having 95 crit rate and 200 crit damage is like a minimum.
Fair. Right. It's you.
Oh look, it's me, but I'm second. I was not the fastest.
Rip.
The only thing faster than me are my inner demons.
I take the shape of Eremites after all of this, honestly. Ooh! 90k on Hazo's skill damage? Let's go.
Yep, he's still running
Huge.
DPS gear. Because, you know, Animo Traveler is on Viridescent Venero, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna run Hazel on, like, DPS gear.
Yeah,
At least I can more reliably
makes sense.
finish the Airmites off.
So, yeah, it's R5 with stuff, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Plus, like, come on, let's be real. Am I really gonna disrespect my goat by giving him filthy EM gear?
You wouldn't.
Filthy pleb EM gear? No, I'm gonna give him what he deserves.
Wouldn't even help that much, actually, because of the extra swirl multiplier. It was stacking the same damage multiplier for damage calculation. That doesn't actually help anyway.
Yeah.
Much.
Also, a stylish use of Dia's Burst to finish the first half.
I knew it. I knew it.
The video quality seems to have turned into a PowerPoint. I'm not sure. It might have been my own recording, but in any case, we have once again triple Geo with Zara, much like what Johan used. This took a lot. I would say the rare occasion where first half was easier than the second half, because I struggled so much with Ningguang, man.
Learning the animation cancels is extremely hard first time around. Especially if you haven't played her before, it's just a pain. People who've played Klee before probably will have a slightly easier time understanding how to play Ningguang with her animation cancels, because they're pretty similar. I wouldn't say the same, but they do have a lot of similarities. Unfortunately, they are both fairly clunky characters, which is why you'll rarely see people play them as DPSs at this point.
I used up all my resources to get her to Ascension 6, just so I could meet the threshold for this time bracket. That's how desperate I was.
Not the spam build. What is this, Fortnite? He's spamming builds? What is this?
So where's my $19 Fortnite card?
Oh my god. And we have
First place, Catast.
Wow.
Triple Animo.
Triple Animo. They really went in on the Animo buff.
They really decided, yeah, I'm not gonna let these Eremites do anything. Like, at all.
Oh, and he delays kill to get Wolf's Gravestone proc too. Very nice.
Oh yeah, because Gravestone gives a team-wide attack buff if you attack enemies at low health or something.
Yeah, it's a pretty sizable buff. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's 40% attack. It's pretty good.
Jeez.
Oh, that missed proc because it does have a fairly long cooldown. I believe it's like 30 seconds or so. So it's not the
I don't have to going out of the way for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty straightforward first half.
Yep.
Didn't rely too much on Animo Traveler. They just really threw all their Animo units
Right.
at it. Because it's just Hazel, Lanyan, and Lynette left. Obviously, Lynette wouldn't really be much use here, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's geo damage. What are you swirling? The air? Like, what are you doing?
Don't diss the crystallized swirl.
If only. Need the petition for a sandstorm reaction.
Sandstorm? Like the hit trance anthem
Oh boy.
from the late 90s?
Oh boy.
From the artist Darude?
Oh my god.
It's a banger.
It is a head bopper. That is for sure.
Yeah, their Ningguang is just way better.
Yeah. If you're experienced like TarZ is with Ningguang, you can see how much the animation cancels affect. I believe the primary one is W tapping, so... Or I say W tapping, forward tapping. Same thing,
Are they
but
actually doing all that? It's hard to tell.
they are a little bit. I can see the feet move slightly. If you get really good at forward tapping, your character basically barely moves.
Jeez.
Yeah.
191 seconds.
Yeah.
To be able to get within about 11 seconds of a 3-star clear, this late in the tournament with almost no characters remaining. I mean, that's just insane.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, what? We have 5 people still able to hit the less than 200-second time bracket. A couple people able to hit less than 250. Then goes on from there.
And of course, anyone who submits time over 300 won't be able to participate in the next round.
Right. Barely made it this round, to be honest.
But at least you got to run Aloy, even though we couldn't see it.
This is true.
If we tried watching the top 10, we'd be here all day.
Yeah, it would have taken a while though. There are some honorable mentions here. Wi-Fi sucks I believe cryo normal attack Chi-Chi on the second half.
Yeah, it does look like that. What a bit. It does look interesting. And the Dory aggravate cooking on the first half as well. Though no real grouping in that team makes it look incredibly painful to play in practice.
You do have Lynette Taunt.
I guess you'd be stuck if you hugged the wall or something. It might be worthwhile.
Right.
Anyway, who else is there outside of the top 10?
But Sufina and Crest.
There were 13 players last round and went down to 12.
You're down to 12. We lost one.
Sufina and Crest also barely able to make it through to the next round. That's crazy.
I mean, like, the timing is just... It's getting worse and worse, you know?
Is that an air fryer team in the second half?
Yep.
Hey, I mean, respect.
I mean, if you have the characters built, it makes sense, right? Like, if you don't have Ningguang built here, it's
probably the correct play, yeah.
Yeah, like, there's no real other options. I think it's pretty clear, as you can see here with the teams used, there is much less flexibility overall in terms of what people used.
What do you mean? There's tons of options. You have burning, Ningguang, burning, Ningguang, and animal cheese.
This is like waking up in the morning. It's like, huh, what clothes should I wear? And 3 sets of jeans and a white t-shirt. Which one should I go with today? The first set or the second set? It's literally, which animal character should I pick?
Which work uniform should you wear? It's like, who should you run with Akron?
As for the total rankings, at this point, there's not too much change. I mean, that's kind of given because we have very few people left to move on to the next round.
Katast overtaking Turtle 4th, Guru overtaking Yicent.
And for last 2 people here, Hital going up 2 places, the largest placement difference in this round.
I like how your position did not change whatsoever, despite...
Yeah, you know, like my clear was relatively slow. Not really much time to optimize. Plus, I'm using like level 50 characters at this point. It's not great.
Oh no!
My Yao is not leveled. It was yeah, doing a Dory aggravate on the second half is not great, especially when you're trying to correct trying to collect crystallized crystals off the ground for Yunjin to get Petra off. It's not great.
No, not the Petra gameplay.
It's not great.
Bro thinks he's playing Mualeru. Only 12 players, and there's still at least one more round to go.
At least one, yeah. We'll see. I'm pretty sure the burning meta will be gone, as well as the Ningguang meta. I think those will all be all be gone after this.
I'm pretty sure half the reason, like, Ningguang will be banned, like, if Ningguang gets banned, which she likely will, it'll be for 2 reasons. 1, because she's one of the best options on the second half at the moment. And 2, because of how clunky she is to play.
Ain't nobody want to play that again.
That's literally what I thought when I got that clear. I was like, I don't want to play Ningguang again. Not in this kind of setting anyway. It was miserable.
you guys always like watching Klee gameplay, right? So I thought you would enjoy playing a character that's similar to Klee.
God, we are so cooked here.
We're downgrading from box of scraps to what is it now? Living in a box? I don't know. What's the downgrade here?
Good question. It's definitely funny how we went from, oh yeah, this is gonna be a proper serious discussion about the rounds, to, oh god, there's nothing left. We're all just so cooked.
I think it's like 75% of the roster is gone at this point, if not more.
Reduced to atoms.
Use the characters to destroy the characters.
Yeah, next round will certainly be interesting, and I'm very curious to see who will actually make it through, if any still will. And on that note, that is it for round 9 of the Unimaginary Theater. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.